All right, good.
We're live.
All right. It is Wednesday morning. I'm back in my old studio. And you're at work probably. So what you're sitting there at work thinking? You're thinking, what did the guys play this week for Shelved and Forgotten? And did Dave actually play something this time? Did they watch anything good that I too should be watching? And how has one fan decided he's going to give outreach to really help Dave? Well, let's find out.
Well, welcome to Forget Being Cool, episode 29 for August 9th, 2017. My name is David Moore. Joining me is my main man, my man on the internet, Jonny _Casino.
Hey, man.
Sup, man?
I am back in the spare bedroom. That was my my office before. All right.
That office looks more plain than it ever has ever.
Well, here's what I did. So I took the bed and I scooted it closer to the far wall.
Okay.
And I have these two desks that are very, very different from each other. Like they don't belong together at all. One was pretty lightweight. It's an actual computer desk. It has a drawer that I've removed so I can hook my mic stand there because otherwise I have no place to hook the mic stand to it. It's got some drawers and stuff to the side. The other one is definitely like an office one. It has like an area for something to slide out, another open area. The thing weighs about 1,000 pounds, right?
I hate those kind of desks. I mean, they're really nice. They feel great. Like they're nice to work at, but
yeah, and I have no idea where we got it. Like, I don't know where we got the other. I think the other one. I mean, this one's definitely. I mean, this one has to be IKEA, right? One of them, but the other one, I don't know where it came from. But what I have done is it's normally both my desks go against the wall, and I have the windows behind me and everything. What I've done this time is I scooted the bed over, and I brought the desk in sideways, so it's kind of like teed up against the other one. It's way too small for what I need it to be, but it is allowing me to have my main screen in front of me, my keyboard and my mixers, and then on the other side, which you really can't see, it's a little bit off camera here, is my second screen.
Okay.
So now I have them both here with the area in between. So whenever Ben comes over to record, or if I get this new show that I've kind of mentioned to you a little bit going, when that guy comes over,
new show on the Dacespace Podcast Network. He knows we need one of those.
Not be about video games at all.
Good.
Yeah. So
variety, people.
I need variety in my life.
I need variety in my life. That's why I do Dude Swipe Right,
which I watched the first few minutes of when I was testing stuff out recently. The latest episode. I really want to go back and listen to that one. The title, if nothing else, intrigues me. But I have this gap here so that someone else can sit across from me. And this is basically how I plan on laying it out when I get my nice new big desk that's going to go inside the office downstairs, which today or tomorrow I should have our quote on what it'll cost us to put the doorway in.
Woo, doorways.
Yeah.
That was weird. All right. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And jealous, and quite jealous, to be completely honest.
Yeah, but look, man, if I had a room like you have that's like not being used for anything else, I would just be having a few cheap desks that make up the size that I want them to make.
See, well, when I moved into this place, I had to do all the shows because it was pretty abrupt. Like before I moved the desk and stuff, I had to do shows with like just a card table in the other bedroom at the time. But that was like a mess too. And like the internet doesn't reach quite back here, so I'm on like some weird wired connection. Like there's just things about this house. Like there's some sort of metal in this wall that's right here that like screws everything up. I mean, it's nice. I've got the space, I guess, but it's not as well designed for the ideal purpose that I'd like it to be for.
Oh, I don't think I told you this too. With when I moved it, my internet, I'm now getting like 61 down, where before I was getting like 20. Yeah, just because I moved it across the house. Now I'm wondering when.
Isn't it weird? It's just weird. It's just weird, random how the Wi-Fi works.
Well, right now I'm almost sitting above the master bedroom, and the router's on the other side of the wall from the master bedroom, so I'm not that far from it. But when I move to the actual studio, I'm going to be on the same level as the router, but across the house.
Right.
We're gonna have to see.
And we have no idea because it'll depend on what's in the walls between there.
Yeah, I might get. I might. There's like these Wi-Fi boosters you can get.
Yeah, I have a booster. I mean, it's a wired connection into a booster,
No,
essentially,
no,
is
no.
what
Like,
I'm running. So,
oh, okay. Because so you have a booster that's picking up the signal, and then you're wire
well,
running it from there to your computer.
right, because yeah.
Ooh. Is that
So
helping? A lot?
yeah, actually, I mean, it makes the internet consistent on this computer. The booster does a very good job. The reason I have the booster is because the internet didn't reach this room before. This used to be the actual bedroom, and so I would end up being on data in the back bedroom because this is the back of the house,
Oh, that's weird.
and the router's in the front of the house. So then you would end up like losing Wi-Fi back here. So then I had to put a booster in the middle. So this runs like a wire out into my kitchen, and then yeah. Anyway,
Okay, I'll look into that. I might look at.
Wi-Fi talk.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, the other thing that I'm very excited about, Dave, is that yesterday I tested it all out and I got streaming working now. I was streaming Metroid 2 on my GameCube to Twitch yesterday. Now, I streamed it for a few minutes. Obviously, no one was watching. I couldn't figure out what my plan was to tweet out that I was doing it with like the Twitch link. Could not figure out how to do that. I know. I'm sure it's real easy, but I could not figure it out.
From somebody who's used Twitch about twice in his life, I could help you do that.
Awesome. So I figured out how to do that. I got all that set up. I got the sound set up. I was having a problem with it being like real janky. But it turns out that it's just because of how I was doing the sound. So I kind of adjusted the way the sound was being done. Everything worked smooth. You could actually hear me talking, which is, maybe good, maybe not, depending on who you are.
I like hearing you talk, John.
Oh, thanks, Dave. So my plan will be on days that I'm off when I play video games, just bring them up to the studio and play them up here. I mean, a 55-inch TV across the room isn't that much different than a 30-inch TV right in front of your face, right?
No, not different at all.
Whatever this monitor is that Ben gave me to use for a while.
As long as you get as long as it's got a good picture.
It's good. I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
All right.
So Dave.
Yeah, John. Tell me about this grocery store guy.
Oh, this grocery store guy gave me a realization.
Okay. Wow, big moments happening at the grocery store.
So yesterday I took my mother-in-law to the airport, which is why I'm back in this room because she's back at her house. And so I stopped by the grocery store on the way back, and I'm having my headphones in, listening to I don't know some podcast, be bopping along or whatever. And I get to the checkout line. I take my headphones off as I always do because it seems kind of rude to keep.
Always take my headphones off. I usually have earbuds. I hang them in my shirt and then talk to them. And
yeah. So I do that. So I take my headphones out, and I'm wearing this shirt. I have this T-shirt, right, that I love quite a bit, although I don't wear it too much. And it's all red, and it says "How to Win a Princess." And it's got 3 blocks. Like, have you seen those shirts that I think they were a big thing for a while? It's like how to do such and such, and have 3 picture blocks that would tell you how to do the thing. Mm-hmm. This is How to Win a Princess. And it says like Sweet Ride, and it's got Mario on top of Yoshi. It says something about having lots of bling. It's got Mario holding up coins. And I forgot what the third one is, but it's all Mario ones, right?
Okay, got it. I figured when it was about princesses and it was all red, and it had blocks on it, I kind of put that together.
Yeah. So I'm wearing this, and the guy looks at me, and he's a little bit older than I am, probably, or just he's either older than me or he's had a rough life so far. and so he's like, I love your shirt, man. I was like, yeah, thanks, man. And he's like, Nintendo's kind of done for, right? I'm like, no, they just came out with new systems. Like, yeah, but no one can get them. It's probably Nintendo just, trying to make things hard to get. And he keeps talking, and then, he's an Xbox, PlayStation guy, I guess, and likes his first-person shooters. And he and I were talking about, I kind of strayed the conversation that way because I realized I wasn't going to get an intelligent conversation out of this guy on that topic at this moment, right?
Right. He wasn't about to tell you how they should run Nintendo or anything.
Anyway, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
So it brought me to the realization, though, that there are a lot of people out there who like video games, but don't like aren't so invested in just the culture of video games to be in the know of anything real and just like hear little bits and pieces out there, right? But like everyone that we interact with.
Oh, I know. No, this is the
Giant
same. This I've kind of I've talked about this. Like my brother doesn't like he likes playing Overwatch. He loves playing Overwatch, right? He has a PS4. He is, he has a Wii U. Um, but like he looks at my Switch and I'll like I pulled it in and out of the docks and switched it in the other rooms when I was playing Splatoon with him the other day, and like he was very confused. And I'm like, I don't know how you could be confused about this now. Like, I mean, he's got it now, he gets it, but like he didn't like I don't know, he missed the Super Bowl ads.
Oh, yeah.
Like did you miss the concept? Like I mean it's I guess it's fine, but I don't understand how you didn't know that. But it's because I interact with these people who follow gaming all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't go. I go in a video game store and everything. I know what it is. We've talked about that experiment, which I still would like to do, is to just go in the store and try to buy a game that we've never heard of.
Yeah, we need to, you know what? We still got to set this time for me to come visit you. Maybe that's when we'll do it.
That would be great.
And then we could just pick up one copy of some random game, like the first day I'm there.
Yeah, and just
play it.
Yeah,
and see what it is. Okay, we'll do that. But by the way, for the first time I've seen him in the chat, Josh Stapleton's in our chat today.
What?
I would shout out to Sean and Jim, but and as much as we appreciate them being there, they're always there, and we love that. But Josh, hi Josh.
Only the special people get shout outs on our show.
That's not true. Everyone gets shout outs. Speaking of the show and people that watch or listen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm not someone to tout community a lot, right? That's not my thing. It's not that I don't like community. I'm all for community. I don't ever want to push the community being around us, more of us being part of some larger community that I believe we are. Right. But we do have we do have some listeners and some of them interact with us and whatever else.
Whoa, wait, John, wait, people listen to this show?
At least a couple.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why did I say those things?
No, well, that's actually where this is going.
I said things. Oh, crap.
So here's the thing. Oh no, I really got to learn how to use this like two screen system thing here.
Yeah, do you forget where your mouse is? Because that's what I used to do. I always forget which way I'm moving and which way the mouse should go to move from one screen to the other. That's what I always messed up.
No, I set that up perfectly. I go off the right of one, it goes onto the left of the other, right? That's the way that should be. But what I forget is that with Windows 10, you can take a program and drag it all the way to one side of a screen, and it'll make it perfectly fill up half your screen, and you can pick what fills up the other half. And I was trying to do that, but you can't do it on the other half of the screen that moves onto the other. Anyway, that's boring.
I was like so lost. Okay, got it.
So we have a number of listeners, and I don't even like to use the word fan, but apparently there's someone out there that has specifically said they are a fan of you.
Oh, what? I have a fan?
This is in writing. But here's the thing, is some of these listeners, and at least this one fan, are concerned about you, Dave.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for concerns.
They're concerned with how bitter you've been lately.
Okay.
And how snappy you get with certain games. But this one particular fan has gone out of his way to find a way to help you. Okay,
I'm ready. Hit me.
So, I'm not going to be facing the screen for a second because it's on my other screen. Actually, you know what? I'll just move it over here in front of the other one.
I mean, that's the power you have. You have the ability to move things, John.
I have the power. So, if anyone would like to help this fan help Dave, you can go to GoFundMe.com.
Oh, what?
Remove the stick from Dave's ass. To whom I will read you now what this says. To whom it may concern. You may not know me. My name is Adam Leonard, not to brag. I am a fan of Dave Moore, but I'm not his friend. Don't ask. It's a thing. I am launching this GoFundMe effort because I am sure, as you are well aware, Dave has been going through a real tough time lately. He's been moody, disagreeable, and has had a tendency to lash out irrationally at his co-host, who totally is my friend. all the while insisting that everybody calms down and repeatedly saying hi to people who clearly aren't there. To be honest, I'm worried about Dave. Dave's insistence that I can't like games just because he sucks at them, and this is general I can't even read this half the time. And his general crabassery has led me to consult with real-life doctors in effort to diagnose just what's been going on. 4 out of 5 doctors have arrived at the conclusion that Dave has a massive stick up his ass. The 5th doctor just said, Dave sounds like a dickhead. Because of this stick up the ass diagnosis that I have launched this GoFundMe with the hopes of paying for the procedure to remove the stick from Dave's poo hole. I hope you will find it in your heart to contribute contribute what you can in order to ensure that Dave is well again. Please help Dave become less of a prick on the air. Disclaimer: this money is actually probably going to go towards buying me a sandwich. The goal for this is $46.
Is this real? I tried to find it.
If you search on it, it's I mean, I just closed it out. I can send you the link.
Okay, I believe you. That's ridiculous.
No, that was absolutely amazing. He sent me that I guess yesterday, and I about died.
This might be the greatest thing a listener's ever done.
Here's what's funny. So he did that. He came on the show with a quiz.
He wrote my dating profile.
Yeah. So after he did this, and we are kind of joking back and forth, he pointed out that he actually makes more content for our show than his own.
He writes more for this show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Adam, you're the best. Absolutely love your show. If people are not listening to Megadance, I don't understand.
Yeah, it's anyway. Even though you have your underground sex dungeon that
apparently
he exposed you.
I mean, there's holes in it. Remember, I fell in one of them. It was pretty bad.
Oh, that wasn't the kind of hole I was thinking.
Well, I mean, there's those kinds of holes as well. I mean, it is an underground sex dungeon.
Yeah, glory hole.
Wow, we just became explicit.
No, we didn't say any words. We don't need to be explicit. We're good. Anyway.
Oh, I hope Adam gets a sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That would make me feel better. Guys, go support this GoFundMe. And to support me in Adam Leonard getting a sandwich. Everybody just calm down.
Okay.
Are you okay, John?
Talk about here. You want to talk about something else?
No, I got nothing.
You want to hear about 5 hilariously... Hold on, let me get to the top of this article. I love this website. 5 hilariously ballsy cons pulled off by historical figures.
Sure. I'm ready.
Okay, so this is from crack.com. Like what I said, like they do their research, so I normally just assume that what they're putting out there is pretty accurate. So apparently George Washington won an election by getting voters shit-faced.
Okay.
This wasn't Washington's attempt to getting into the House. In 1755, he campaigned and was roundly defeated, which he contributed to not swilling the planters with bumbo. Bumbo being a word for rum. Jeez. In the next election rolled around, Washington was ready. On voting day, his agents dispensed a whopping 47 gallons of beer, 70 gallons of rum, 35 gallons of wine, 2 gallons of cider, and 3 pints of brandy.
Wow.
But this wasn't enough. Despite greasing the wheels with enough alcohol and vomit to become king of Boston, he had the sheer balls to chief of staff.
Can this story be true?
Yes. No, here's the thing. Yeah, like here's the thing with crack. Like they do their research on this stuff. Like I have a whole book. I think it's made by them. It's called the D textbook or something like that. It's all the stories and history, like the way they really went down, and like the stuff they don't teach you in school. So it talks.
They don't teach you anything in school. They literally teach you things in school so that they can reteach you the reality later.
I don't even think they try to reteach you the reality later. I've had lots of conversations with people, and like just from taking like college history classes and stuff where it kind of refreshes me on some of these things, and you get in conversations with people and you realize that either they didn't pay attention or their school just didn't teach they taught this they taught the story that people have just come to believe to be true, but not like the actual historical events.
Well, right, because that's what we do in this society.
Well, in this book I have though, there's a great story talking about like why the U.S. wanted to break away from England and how so much of it, like how England really wasn't being that bad, and a lot of it was just the colonists being whiny. It's real interesting, real interesting take on it.
I bet that's completely possible.
Oh yeah, well exactly. Like a lot of the stuff it talks about are possible. That's why I love crack.com, right?
So to win voters, George Washington got a bunch of people drunk. I don't know if that really would have had an effect. It might be true. It might be a true story.
Well, apparently he still lost. Oh wait, no, hold on a second. Thanks to his newfound spirits of hospitality, Washington destroyed the rivals, receiving 310 votes, 70 more than the second place candidate. And so the future first president of the United States finally got enough people drunk to win the election. To become the king of Boston?
Sure.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, it was a thing. I don't think it's a thing now.
I mean, I guess we need to go to Boston and find out.
Boston seems kind of far away.
It's really a cool city, though. Steve Jobs and Wozniak started out as hackers.
Yep, that's true. I did know that.
What were they hacking? They hacked were telephones and Democrats. Because wait, hold on a second. When the only thing being hacked were telephones and Democrats. Okay. That sentence makes more sense now than what I like. How do you hack a Democrat? Yeah, like they're people. Okay.
It's called Watchdogs.
I guess. Apollo's 15 crew smuggled a bunch of stamps into space to make mad money. The whole scheme, planned by a stamp collector known as Siegel, was simple. On launch day, 398 postal covers were taken to a local post office to be stamped with the date to ensure the high value and smuggled aboard by Commander David Scott in the pocket of his spacesuit, which he would wear while walking on the moon. They had to smuggle it because all reported personal items taken into space are forbidden to be sold for profit. The crew got to keep the 298 stamps and an additional $7,000 each. All Siegel wanted was the remaining 100. I don't understand.
I don't understand the value of stamps. I still don't really understand how buying stamps makes me mail things. Like, I'm not really sure how that works. So I'm not going to get into it.
Buying stamps is you paying the post office.
Yeah, I get it. You're paying the post office to pay the post office to ship things. I get it. But it's
the fact that you like your statement there saying that you don't understand how buying stamps allows you to ship things blows me away. Like,
who's in our chat now?
Oh,
the reality is that I get it, but it's also, it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay,
because the perceived value.
Well, okay, but hold on a second. So the perceived value for
okay, hold on, John. Before we waste people's wonderful listening ears with the boringness of how stamps work, condense your thought and let's move on.
just know this: when it comes to the value of them, right, to a collector, it's like, hey, this is something old. Right, that's it. It's like someone who collects an old coin that's worth 5 cents. It's not worth 5 cents anymore because someone's willing to pay more because it's old.
All right.
Okay, let's do some music.
Oh, we have music?
Do we always have music? So,
good morning, Jeremy. Good.
As always, you go to forgetbeingcool.com. This is episode 29. All the links are down there that tell what the music is, where to find it, whatever. This is on Bandcamp. This is Smooth McGroove again, bringing back some Smooth McGroove. And luckily, Ben is not here in the chat to knock Smooth McGroove for his awesomeness that is him. And Ben didn't like it last time. But this is Smooth McGroove. And the song is called Secret of Mana, A Bell is Tolling Acapella. And here we go. Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay. I'll hold on. Holding on. Standing by.
All right, that was Smooth McGroove. The song is Secret of Mana. Bell is tolling an acapella. Whether you like that specific style of music.
You mean that specifical, John? You mean specifical?
Specifical.
Yep, but specifical kind of music.
But that guy is talented.
Yeah, no, I dig it. I totally dig it.
Everything. So I was playing some music to make sure I had my sound and everything set up. Because like I said, I moved everything, so I have to retest how everything is, right? And so when I was doing this, I played a Zelda song on here. That's might be the next song his I play, and it starts out with like that Zelda opening music, but he's like saying a word, like, and it fits perfectly. It's really weird. Now that I'm hearing.
Well, the windows are shut.
Earlier I wasn't. Now I am. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can hear a little construction. It's life.
No, they tore the street up. Can I just complain about this? Hi, City of Cleveland. Because this is how I direct people I'm complaining at. Hi. Maybe I shouldn't. And people are starting GoFundMe's concerned about me at this point. Maybe I shouldn't complain. Go.
No, you can complain about this. You can be bitter about stuff like that.
So they ripped up the street, right, to repave the street. That's fine. It's wonderful to repave the street. They should do that more often than they do. Okay. But for some reason, while paving the street, they decided to dig a giant hole in front of our house, okay, which is probably related to the sewage problem that occurred that led to me falling in a hole that I talked about on episode 1 of this show. Okay, these events are probably related. Anyway, so they dug this giant hole. Now this is like 3 weeks ago. They dug this giant hole in front of, like, directly in front of our house. Now they put cones in front of our driveway. So to get out of the house, like, you either need to drive through the lawn and go the other way out of the yard, or like you have to like jiggy rig over the curb out of the driveway. This doesn't affect me much because I don't drive, but that's fine, right?
Okay, but can they just do that? Can they be like, by the way, I'm just gonna block your driveway?
Yes, and they're blocking it halfway. It's halfway blocked.
But you would think that that would be, and are they blocking other people's driveways with giant holes?
No, just ours.
Okay, you would think that would
Just,
be top priority then. You block someone's driveway.
oh no, no, no!
Top
We're gonna leave.
priority
We're gonna
is
leave. We're gonna
that
leave it there
block.
for 3 weeks, John. We're gonna leave it there for 3 weeks. This is we're at 3 weeks of this hole being there. They've come out probably every other day with like a big truck, stood there, stared at the hole. I'm not kidding. They stare at the hole and they scratch their heads. So I'm assuming they're actually finally doing something out there. One day, John, they came and they poured a bunch of cement into it, and they didn't like do like the nice way you pour cement. Like no, they just like put like giant globs of cement just in this. So now it's like a giant
How
hole.
deep is this hole?
I don't know. I mean, it's covered. They cover it up.
What is your guess here? Are we talking inches or are we talking feet?
Oh, we're talking feet. We're talking like manhole like deep. Like if you were to fall in it, you probably would need the fire department.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about going spelunking?
No, I haven't. I've thought about hoping they'll actually finish this today. Maybe, I mean, they could be digging another hole. I don't know.
I
don't know what they're
blocking your whole driveway.
Well, they blocked the neighbor's driveway with a truck yesterday.
God,
Complete like and by block their driveway, I mean completely. Like they blocked their driveway off
the thing,
completely.
like, we've talked about like how your living setup is, like where you live, kind of like compared to where I like. I live in suburbia, right? Like in a neighborhood, and you don't see that kind of stuff as often there. Where you live more, like I don't say in a city necessarily, but kind of, right? Like
it's kind of a city. I mean, it's a suburb of a city, but it's like a city.
Yeah, where it's like I mean, yes, I live inside city limits, but I don't live like in the town part of I live in the area where there's a subdivision, right? And so it's so different. Like what happens outside your house.
So anyway, hopefully they're fixing this hole. Like John, like they put like no parking signs up, right? Which is actually kind of nice because this street has tons of people parking on it because like people work at the bank up the street at like the giant bank. So they park their cars and they come all the way down the street. So normally there's no parking during the middle of the day. They come and they put up these parking signs, John, and like it'll be like one guy out there with like a staple gun going down the thing, putting them on all the cones for like this date. And then like the next day, like somebody will come and take them all down and put up new signs for a different date. But nobody actually came and did anything the day that the first guy put the signs up. Like, is that a job? Like, how do I get the job to be the guy with the staple gun who just comes up and put parking signs up? Because like his job was pointless. It didn't actually matter. It didn't do anything. Nobody did anything on the day that he put signs up for. It's weird, John. It's very weird.
So, first of all, Jeremy pointed out basically you'd look good as Captain Toad. He specifically said with a headlamp and a pickaxe, right?
Okay, got it.
I just took
noted
that as Captain Toad, which I think okay, so I'm trying to decide that no, this is going to be way off on a rant. I'm going to stick very specific amiibos on my desk.
Okay.
So the two Pikmin one are for sure. I'm thinking maybe Toad also, but I might want Toad to be on my little amiibo stand that looks like the old school Mario, jump to the flag thing. Because
I almost bought one of those so many times. I never bought one.
My wife, it was part of a Christmas present or something like that one time.
It's cool. It's definitely cool. I like it.
It'll be like when I get my new setup, I'm hoping that's going to be in the background. Depends on which way different desks are facing and what I have. But yeah, there's a good chance that'll be in the background.
I'm sorry about this sound, but
so I don't know if I told you this. So speaking of construction on roads, my office, right where I work, is right off the highway. All right.
Okay.
And in Houston, and I know this isn't the same everywhere, but in Houston, you have the highways going through, major areas until you get further out. They stop doing this, but you'll have the highway, and then beside it, you'll have like the feeder road or the access road, depending on whatever you want to call it, right? And that's the one that's got like the lights on it, and it's got like the underpasses that drive under it, and U-turns and whatever else, right? So when I go to work, or when I leave work, and when I leave work during like the traffic times, which is only like a quarter of the time, when I leave work during the traffic times, I'll go out, I go down, I make the first U-turn onto the highway, right? And I turn around and get right up on the highway, going the other way. Well, they've been repaving the feeder road, which is good. Like you said, it's good for them to do these things. But they blocked off that U-turn months ago and still have not gotten anywhere near doing anything to it. It's just blocked off.
Yeah, no, that's like the street. It's blocked off. There's trucks everywhere all the time, but they've done nothing in 3 weeks.
Yeah, so when I leave work and want to go that way, because it's a high traffic time, which means there's a lot of cars going up to that stoplight, right? I can't just weasel my way over on the motorcycle like I can kind of go between cars easier and make this U-turn. I have to wait for the light, take a left, and if I'm not like one of the first couple cars, I'm not going to catch that next left, under the highway. It sucks, man.
Yep. Construction. Always. And in this city, it's worse, Sean, because you don't get like snow and stuff. Like basically after the winter and they run the big salt trucks, they destroy the roads here. So, I mean, the whole city's under construction. It's not like it's just my street. Like, no, it's like this will be all summer and they'll get nothing done and it will go till winter. And when winter comes, it'll all be all messed up because of all the salt.
And the White Walkers show up.
Yeah, right. Always. And this place is a mess.
And you live in the north.
Yeah.
Long live Jon Snow.
Is that a Game of Thrones reference?
Yes.
I don't understand Game of Thrones.
It is so good. Here's the thing, man. Right? Like, I jumped in Game of Thrones a couple seasons late. Binge watched the first few seasons and then started watching it, as it was coming out. And you always think when a show starts going past, 3 or 4 seasons, you're like, man, is this show going to start sucking? It hasn't. Right? Like, this season has been insanely good. But here's what you have to remember about Game of Thrones is that no character is safe from death. Any character can die at any time. So it's important to remember.
It's like Walking Dead. Except you usually know they're going to die because they usually get casted in something else.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, that's there's a show called Shameless, which if you're looking for a show to watch, Shameless is an amazing show, right? There's the British version and the American version. The British one's better, or the American one's better. Sorry, in my opinion. But
like The Office.
Yeah, but it also has like William H. Macy in the American one, and his character he does such an amazing job in that. I like how you like nod. You're like, yeah, William H. Macy. Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
I'm just trying to get Adam Leonard to stop writing scary things about me.
But there's a character I really liked who's in the first 2 seasons, and he kind of like left at the end of the second season, and I'm like, oh well, he'll just be back, right? This is just kind of like how they're ending the season. He's not gone. He just left to go somewhere for a little bit, and then I saw him pop up in another show, and I was like, well, that's the end of him, right? Like that sucks. Like it was a great character.
Never safe. Never assume anything.
Never. All right, Dave.
You would have thought that would have been enough time for me to stall, but I still needed more time to stall because I went back to the live chat. Okay. Ready, set.
Shelves are full, and what's on them often forgotten. Sad games and some other media silently cry out to be played again and given the attention that they deserve. This is why John and Dave get together each week. They force each other to take one of these sad games off the shelf, dust it off, and give it some love. Their discussions of games and other game-related topics will surely go off the deep end, but they always pay homage to those that are shelved and forgotten.
It's shelved and forgotten for August 9th, 2017. I'm your host, Dave Moore. Joining me is my main man on the internet, Jonny _casino.
Does it every time. Every time. We need to address something real quick before we get into our shelved and forgotten. So Sean just wrote in the chat, and this is what he wrote.
Yeah, I saw this.
He wrote, I just fell back asleep with you guys still on. So I had a dream that John was talking to my parents. Now, here's my issue. Sean has now had 2 dreams with me in it. And Chelsea, his wife, has had a dream with me in it.
This is getting concerning.
It's getting very concerning.
They offered to let me move in with them when I moved to Canada, and I mean, I'm going to do that probably at some point in my life. But I think it might be you first.
I have a question though. So I'm a dad, right?
Yeah.
So because I'm a dad, some of my times my kids call me daddy, and they're dreaming about me. Does that make me their dream daddy?
Yes.
For those who don't understand that reference, go listen to the last
Megadance.
You'll understand.
John's on it, by the way.
Yeah, I was on that one.
I mean, if you like John, which I know, guys, I know how hard it is to like John. He just makes you feel like uncomfortable and stuff. But like, it's a thing.
Just look. Oh.
Anyway, John, you want to hear about this game that I got to play for a little bit that I was really excited to play? Are you dying? Did you die?
Okay, hold on a second. Did I tell you how to orientate your TP? What is this hashtag team over, Jeremy? So Jeremy put this up on Twitter too, at Sean, and it says hashtag team over. And I don't know what that means.
I don't either. Can't help you.
Okay, I'm gonna let him explain to me in the chat while you tell me about what game you're playing. What bad game you played?
Okay, so there's a game that came out on the GameCube, John.
Okay.
And it was developed by Sonic Team. The guys that make Sonic.
Oh, that's a good name for Sonic Team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good developer name. The guys that make Sonic games. Sonic Team.
Yeah.
Okay, but while they were, moving Sonic Adventure Battle 2 over to the GameCube, right? The best version of that game with the best multiplayer ever. They also developed another game that wasn't Sonic. Have you ever played this game? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, you haven't told me the title of it yet. And normally I don't know who makes games.
Okay, well, they made a game called Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg.
That sounds amazing.
Okay. You've never heard of this?
No, I've never heard of Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg.
Well, but anyway, so this game has a couple things that's really awesome about it. But let's address the bad. Okay, it's got a single player campaign. Now, the way that you play this game, John, is you are Billy Hatcher. You play one of the characters in the Billy Hatcher universe, and you roll giant eggs around and smash stuff with giant eggs. Right? It's a platformer. You can like bounce the eggs on the ground and do like these big like spin jumps and stuff. I'm here to acknowledge the truth about this game. Okay, go ahead, explain this team over thing.
No. Oh. Okay, so apparently it's all about toilet paper and whether you go over the top or under. You always go over the top. There's a picture out there of the toilet paper being rolled where the toilet paper kind of falls to the back by the wall. Mm-hmm. And there's this giant spider like up between the toilet paper and where the flap's hanging down on the back.
Okay.
And it just says on there, it's like, this is why you always go the other way. Right? Because then you can't have giant spiders hiding on you. Okay, now tell me, so we're going to start with this one question about your game. Is it worth $4.49?
Absolutely 100%.
Okay, because that's how much it is at GameStop right now, or $4.99 if you don't have the Pro thing, which I don't have the Pro thing right now.
Oh, order this right now. Holy crap, this game is worth $5.
My Pro thing goes till tomorrow. Wait.
So let me tell you this.
Like $5 in shipping, because if you don't hit like the $35 mark.
That's still not bad.
No, remind me. I'll do it at some point because I can also get the thing.
So anyway, this game suffers from a couple things, though, John. I'm going to play this really quick. We're just going to do this because I can. I have this power. Maybe I have this power.
You can buy it on Amazon.
It's very weird. It's very cartoony. Oh, here's the music that I wanted. Anyway, here's where it suffers, John.
Oh, okay. Tell me where it suffers. It's got really good reviews on Amazon, but also on Amazon it costs. If you want to buy it used on Amazon, you can get it for $50.
Yeah, no, it's too expensive. That's why I said get it for $5. Anyway, here, let me tell you this, John. The single player is not as fun. The game is a little broken in the way that it handles, but it's acceptable when you're playing multiplayer.
Okay.
So if you get to play this with like Ben and maybe even Ryan can probably play this because it's not complicated, because you're just rolling around giant eggs and trying to smash each other, basically.
Oh, that sounds
It's pretty awesome.
okay.
And I got to play a little bit of the multiplayer this week. And it was still very, very fun. But playing the single player is like, God, this game doesn't hold up in the way that I wish it did. But anyway, it's a super cool universe. I wish that Sonic Team would come back and like make stuff like this. I wish they'd be a little bit more experimental and stop making like weird Sonic games.
Yeah.
Like just make some good games, even if they're a little bit smaller, like this one. Billy Hatcher, Giant Egg, super cool game. I mean, that's all I kind of have to say is it's a game that people kind of forget about.
Okay.
And I love it.
Well, we'll have to play when I come visit you.
Okay.
Which we need to really talk about when that's going to be, because I don't think the plan we had is going to work.
Okay, we'll make it work.
Okay, so Dave, I've been having a hard time playing some old games the last couple of weeks.
Me too. I'd really like this game on the Switch.
Yeah. Well, then you could also play like online multiplayer
and on the go.
Yeah.
And in bed.
Well,
in bed comfortably.
Speaking of on the go, right? So my daughter had gymnastics last night. She's got an appointment I got to take her to in a little while. I'm gonna take my Switch with me because I just got to sit there and wait for it to be over. So like last night, I dove back into Oceanhorn.
Okay, that game that nobody should be playing except you are playing it.
It is a good game, right? It's not a fantastic game, but it's a good game. It's worth the $15 or whatever I paid for it. The problem is I keep getting lost, and I'm not good enough to figure out where I'm going. So every once in a while, I have to pull out something and tell me where to go to do the next thing. Like not how to do it, but just like, hey, you need to go to this island now. So I dove back into that. I've been playing like the single player Splatoon, which is okay. It's a little bit of infinite mini golf here and there, but I don't want to play that for like super extended periods of time, and I want to wait till we can actually play that against each other sometime.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Whenever you're ready.
We got other things we got to do today. We could play tomorrow probably.
Yeah, we'll find time to play it, or do maybe a salmon run if it's open tomorrow morning.
We could do both.
We could do both. But anyway, so I'm overwhelmed with games to play right now, right? And we talked about on Monday how I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and then I've got Shadow of Mordor waiting for me, and I almost bought another game yesterday.
Stop buying so many games. You're never gonna play them.
Final Fantasy 15 was $25.
Oh, that's about what I'd pay for it.
It's you can get it right now on PSN. $25. Like I am real tempted.
Don't tempt me with that.
Right. But also, you know what else came out that I had no idea was going to drop, and maybe it was a stealth drop, maybe I just didn't pay attention. But Severed just came out on the Switch, and I'm real tempted to play that. Like I want to play Severed. I just don't know if I want to pay $15 for it or if I want to see if I can get it cheaper, like on the Wii U or something. And also Graceful Explosion Machine is on like 30% off. So anyway,
let's address our live chat for a moment. Are you going to pick up Sonic Mania?
No.
I will.
I mean,
eventually.
Is that the one that people are saying is going to be really good?
It's a new 2D side-scrolling Sonic game.
Okay, then no. God, no.
Okay, I'm going to get it.
No, that sounds terrible. although I'll say this, I'm
probably gonna get both of them. Honestly, I'll probably get both Sonic games. I probably won't get Forces until it's cheaper.
Well, but like the Super Mega Edition or whatever, you got that cool little statue with Sonic standing on top of the.
Yeah, no, I want that, but I didn't get that pre-ordered, so I'm not gonna get that.
But no, I don't want that game. Who do you think you're talking to?
A Sonic fan?
Not this guy. Okay. So with all this stuff going on, I had to get myself to play an older game, and I've kind of played two. The first one that I only played a little bit. I plan on trying to play all the way through this, and it turns out it was just way too hard. So I'm going to kind of try to chip away at it here and there. I started playing Castlevania 3.
How'd you do with it?
Poor.
I can't do very well with that game.
So
I tried to play it for this show, but I couldn't get nearly far enough to even feel like I could talk about it for more than 2 seconds, so I gave up.
And that's the problem, right? So there's a guy at work who's a huge Castlevania 3 fan. And so he would like come over to where I was playing and like hover over my shoulder and be like, okay, look, I got through the first level. It's like, okay, you want to go this way so you can get the pirate, and the pirate's the best character because he can climb around stuff. He's easier, a little bit overpowered, and blah, blah, blah. Right. I could not get to like the level design was really cool. And I was good having the save states because I could, when I was doing well, I could, do a save. But
that helps.
But I still could not get past certain parts. I was getting destroyed. And so I only played probably less than 30 minutes of the game. Right? Like total time played. Like I spent more than that playing, but total actual time play was probably about 30 minutes. So yeah, that was kind of, I don't want to say it's a letdown because I still enjoyed the game and I enjoy the atmosphere and the music and all that stuff, but I can't do it. Like it's just too hard for me. Maybe when I was younger, I don't know.
I don't feel like even if I was younger, I'd still trouble with it. Like I don't
think I had the patience. And I think that's a lot of what it is.
I think if I was a kid, maybe I could hit it harder, but I don't feel like I'd actually do any better. I would just be less annoyed by it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'd actually be any better. I think I would just continue to keep trying as a kid versus now where I'm like, yeah, screw this.
So an older game that I did put a good bit of time into this week, and this was not planned, and it's all because my kids are still off for the summer. They got 2 more weeks or a week and a half till they go back. Which will really change my gaming at that point. But I was playing Minecraft with my son. I've probably put 4 or so hours in Minecraft the last.
Okay, do you understand it now?
I understand it now. My son finally told me that you can actually beat Minecraft, which consists of just getting all the trophies or all the achievements or whatever. Do I understand it? I don't know if I would say I understand it, but I enjoy it when I'm playing with him, and sometimes my daughter will join in because we have a world that he and I will be the only ones playing on this world. Like his friends, they won't jump in on this one. We started out, and he just went around, and we're playing on survival, but we're playing on like easy because he doesn't want too many of the bad guys at night. But, we started out, we had nothing. We're standing there next to each other with nothing. And I put on my Luigi costume because, I'm playing on the Wii U. So that came with it, was like all the Mario stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm Luigi running around this world. And, I'm trying to, and it's hard with a 6-year-old, right? When I'm trying to like assign roles, like I don't need to go be hunting and stuff like that. He knows what he's doing with that. He can do it. Like, look, you go hunt, go stuff, whatever. I'm just going to go dig. And so I'm like digging these mines going down, and I'm trying to do it in a way that like I have steps to go all the way down. But then I end up finding these like giant caves, and we literally got lost in a cave, and then I died, and it brought me back to the house luckily because I died. And then he had to look at his map to figure out when he was directly under me so that I could dig down and get him out of the hole because we were just lost in this giant cave.
This is how I feel, but I always end up playing by myself, so it's not nearly as funny. It's just annoying.
Yeah, no, I would, and I've thought about this. Like I thought about, should I get it on the Switch? And I could see myself building like a massive world and all this stuff. It's like at the same time, would I get bored playing by myself? And odds are the answer is yes.
Yep.
But when I'm playing with him, I'll put maybe a podcast in one ear. He'll be talking to me, and he gets so excited, and he's all over. Like he's hilarious to watch play. Which, by the way, in not too long, you will be able to watch him play because I will be making him his YouTube channel now that I have everything worked out.
Mr. Passes, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you make him a YouTube? Did you name his YouTube channel yet?
No, we have not come up with a name for him yet.
Minecraft Guru.
No, oh no. Okay, now let's talk about this for half a second. Like,
Okay, no, like let's give him a real name. I'm totally kidding, but
I know, but like my goal is, and I want him to kind of choose the name, but he's 6, so he's going to choose a name like Awesome Schlong that he will regret when he gets older. Right now, he won't choose that, but it's an example of someone choosing a name that they will regret later on. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone we know might have chosen that one.
Mine Ryan.
No, but see, I don't want it to be
Minecraft so that he could change it later.
Yes. So that in theory, this will be a channel that he starts now, and however much goes into it, a video once a month, a video once a week, a video once a day, whatever it ends up being.
Once a day.
Right?
Holy crap.
I'm just saying, like, I mean,
John, we'll be dead. We'll be dead in a week if he does it every day. We'll be done as a YouTube channel. We will no longer exist as a podcast.
I won't have a chance to use my own computer.
I know. You'll have to buy him one, although he'll probably earn enough to make one or to buy his own because he's doing Minecraft content.
No, but like whatever it is, right? I want it to be able to evolve with him and not have to change the name. Right? So when he wants to be called Cool Ryan, I was like, I don't think so, kid. Like, let's come up with something better.
Why don't we just Cool Ryan's not it's stupid.
No, people are gonna be like, "Oh, the Cool Ryan channel," and just not go there unless they're also a little kid. So when he gets older, and he's playing,
but that's how his audience is always gonna be. There's
I don't know. We could break. If anyone out there has a good name for his first name is Ryan.
His first name is Ryan. Right?
I kind of Nolan Ryan. No, you know what, Jeremy? Nolan Ryan. I don't know where he lives right now, but the home of Nolan Ryan, like where he grew up, played in high school and stuff like that, is 10 minutes south of me. Like I live, like Nolan Ryan High School is in my city.
Okay.
But no, I want, like, if anyone out there has an idea, like, and my thought was like a word that has Ryan or part of Ryan's name, like in the word, I don't know, something creative. Tweet at me, Jonny_Casino. Tweet at me. Let me know. I am curious if someone out there has a good idea for a channel for him that will evolve with him. But will also, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to have his name, but like there's one that he watches, and the guy is called Ethan Gamer TV, which actually seems like it'll work long term.
What about Ryan Gamer TV?
I don't want it to be a straight cop out.
Yeah, right? That's the thing. No, because you're teaching him a lesson about doing things.
Yeah. I want to do that. Like, there's another one he watches. The guy's actually older. Ryan's Adventures. That's not bad.
No, Ryan's Adventures is not bad.
Yeah, Ryan's Adventures. That's not bad at all. Actually, I might go with that one, Jim. Thanks. But he watches one called Dan TDM. Now TDM means something Diamond Minecraft. Something, I forgot what the T stands for. But but the guy started out doing Minecraft videos. Now he does a bunch of other stuff. But because it's Dan TDM. Right? And it doesn't specifically say Minecraft in it. It could be whatever. But all this goes back to the fact that I've been playing Minecraft and I've been digging, and like he knows all these things about Minecraft from watching these videos. So he knows how to make food. He knows how to make different things. I go on and I just dig, and I've dug deep enough till we got to a layer where apparently that's where the diamonds are. Apparently once you get down to layer 14, you'll start finding diamonds.
Yeah. And then you make diamond axes and stuff. People want diamonds.
I just got down to the point where we started finding diamonds and some other stuff. We built our house. So I started out building the house like kind of small, just big enough for us to put like the crafting table and our chest and a couple beds. And then I had all this cobblestone because I've been mining. So you just end up with hordes of cobblestone. So then I made like I expanded our house huge and made a cobblestone. We started making a garden so that we have food. It's interesting. Like it's one of those things where like if you and I, or and whoever, like if we could get a bunch of us, that we play with, right, all had it on the Switch and could all have like one person's world that all of us would go to, like one of us started and everyone goes to it, as long as it's people we trusted,
right?
That would be cool to like, okay, this is my little area, that's your little area, but they're close together and you can go visit and stuff. And then when you get too much of one thing, you can, put it in someone else's chest.
And people can mine other stuff for people and I love that idea. I really do, but I just don't understand nor enjoy the game enough to get invested enough to do it.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be doing it like with chat going on and all that stuff.
Right. We'd need a Discord chat. I mean, we got that kind of. I don't know. Seems confusing and stressful.
So yeah, so Jeremy, Jeremy says that sounds awesome, and actually, Jeremy, you're one of the people I was thinking about. If I ever decided to jump in this, but I just like if I get Minecraft again, if I pay for it again, right? My son wants it on the computer because apparently there's mods you can get on the computer and you can't get them other places.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I don't want to spend another $30 for Minecraft. We already have it. Unless I get on the Switch because I end up joining and playing with a bunch of people. Yes, if Animal Crossing comes out on Switch, that I would jump in on.
Oh, I'm gonna get that immediately. That
I've never played an Animal Crossing game, but if I can visit y'all's towns, I'm down.
I've never invested a lot of time into Animal Crossing, but I think with like this community at this point, I think I would be totally into it.
Yeah, no, that's something that I mean, it has to be coming at some point.
It is a game that is built for me. I mean, it really is. It's the kind of game that I really do enjoy. Like, I put way too many hours into not Metopia. What's the other one? The island one.
I don't know. Island Survival.
No, it's the Me game where you have an island and you put all your Mies on the island and then they all like fall in love and like say weird things to each other.
I never played that. Oh, you're like Tamagotchi Life or something?
Yeah, Tamagotchi Life. Thank you.
Yeah, never played it.
I love that game.
Yeah, but no. So Animal Crossing has to be coming out, right? I mean, there's going to be an Animal Crossing app. They've already said this, right?
Yeah. No, there is definitely an Animal Crossing game that will come to Switch at some point. I think it's further out than people would like to think, though.
But if the app is supposed to be out this year, doesn't that mean the game will be coming right after it?
But that app might not be associated with this new game.
But they said it's going to be associated with something.
It's probably going to be associated with New Leaf.
But no one wants to play that right now.
I mean, they don't care. They just put out the brand new 2DS XL.
That's true.
And they put out they just put out a big update for New Leaf like 2 years after the game came out, 4 years after the game came out.
Well, did you see I guess they have a new Samus 3DS XL coming out?
Okay.
That was interesting.
I mean, it comes out with the Metroid game.
Yeah.
Samus Returns.
Okay, Dave.
Okay.
Let's move on to what we've been watching.
Oh, we were supposed to watch stuff?
No, I mean, you don't have to.
No, I mean, I watched a thing. I can talk about this thing that I watched, but it's not like it's on Netflix, but I watched it.
Did you binge it?
I did binge. I mean, it's binged in the way that I watched it. Do you want to hear about this, John?
Yeah, what is it?
So Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean this morning at midnight. And I was laying in bed.
On Netflix?
No. It's on iTunes.
Oh.
And I was up at midnight last night and I decided to purchase it. And then I proceeded to lay in bed and watch the entire movie on my phone, which was not planned. So then I continued to stay up pretty late watching this movie that I shouldn't have stayed up this late watching this movie because I had to be up for this show. But that was pretty bingeable in the sense that I didn't plan on continuing to watch this. I was just gonna buy it and then go to bed.
Oh, that's funny.
Once again, this movie is fantastic. Love this movie. It makes me so happy. Guys, you want me to be less bitter about something? Guardians of the Galaxy is the best space franchise we've ever gotten, period.
The best space franchise ever.
Yes, period.
Better than Star Wars.
Yes, better than Star Wars.
You are going to have hate thrown your way. Maybe not by this community. I don't know.
Hey, look. I love Star Wars. I also love Star Trek. Okay? I think Valerian was absolute garbage. Just to throw in some shade here. Okay? But Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite. I love it.
I still have not seen the second one.
Well, get it and watch it.
I can do that.
Just go buy it. Trust me, it's worth it.
I don't know if I own the first one, then I'll buy the second one.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of why I bought it. I own the first one. I might as well buy the second one. I've watched the first one 100 times.
Yeah, it's good. I love the first one.
I love the first movie. I absolutely love the second movie just as well. If you like the first one, you will like the second one. And that's how it is. If you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like the second one. But if you like, I love this universe. It's so colorful and weird and awesome and different. And I mean, it's a space movie. It follows the space tropes. I mean, it literally is a Star Wars movie. The first one is, at least. right? But it's fun, it's colorful, and I was like, I should go to bed, and I just kept watching. Just I don't know. I'm probably gonna watch it again today.
That's funny. So I binged the TV show, and it was not the one I planned on binging.
Like, I didn't watch any shows about suicide. I didn't finish that show yet, just to confirm.
I need to go back and I've been told I need to go back and watch that.
Okay. Well, I finished 36 Questions as well and listened to it multiple times. But
I think I need to re-listen to the end of that of the
we got to before we talk
about it. I need to re-listen to the very, very end, the last song.
Yeah, can we please plan to record a thing? I want to talk about it.
Yeah, we can do that this week.
Okay, because I've got some serious thoughts about that thing.
Yeah, we will. We'll do it.
Okay.
Figure out what. But I need to re-listen to the last song because I'm confused on something I think I missed. But
I think I know why you're confused, and I've listened to the whole thing, and I mean the whole thing multiple times, and we're gonna talk about this. Okay. You and I need to get through this together.
No, we do. But I did watch a show. I did binge a show, and like I said, I planned on binging a show called Ozark, which I still will. It's a Netflix original with Jason Bateman in it. But instead, I popped on Netflix, and right in my face was a show that had just come out.
Oh, was this? Oh, something with college. No.
Friends from College?
Friends from College?
I already binged and talked about that show.
You did?
Dave, I hate you. I hate you a little more every day.
Was that good?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's very good, but it's one of those shows, and I've talked about this before. It's one of those shows where it's a lot of comedy telling a really sad story.
All right.
But it's very, very good. And then I had a guy I work with watch it, and he agreed that that like my analysis of it was pretty spot on. But yeah, watch it.
Okay. Because I've been interested now. Now I've seen that it's made me watch the trailer like 10 times.
How is it that you don't know? I had a whole conversation with you about it. It's got a number of. I love you, John. It's got a number of famous people. Famous big names. I mean, he's got Fred Savage in it.
What do names have to do for me?
That's right. Nothing. What's in a name?
You put Guardians on something. I'm like, yeah, Guardians. You put like Spider-Man on something. I'm like, Spider-Man. But you put like, I don't know, Julia Roberts on something. I'm like, sure.
I'm sure you can put Julia Roberts on.
I mean, you can put Julia Roberts on me now that I've gotten about 100 pictures. I mean, I'm not going to deny Julia Roberts anything.
Jesus. Okay. But what I ended up watching, and a friend of ours, Adam Leonard, not to brag, also watched this because he and I were kind of talking about the fact that we're both watching it. We have not talked about the show itself, but I watched Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. Now, if you remember,
didn't we talk about this?
No, but close. If you remember correctly, a while back, I talked about watching. So I'd watched the movie Wet Hot American Summer, which came out in 2001. I just watched it this year. And then, I don't know, a month ago, maybe, I watched, or maybe not even that long ago, I watched Wet Hot American Summer First Day of Camp, which was the same actors from the movie, but they were 15 years older.
Yep.
Playing people who were a month and a half younger, right, but poorly doing it and on purpose, right?
Yeah, making the joke out of it. Okay, got it.
So this takes place 10 years later. At the end of one of these, they're like, look, in 10 years, we're going to meet back right here at this spot. And they like set a time and everything. So they had this reunion that's 10 years later, right? And it's the same characters, the same actors, except for one. One actor is replaced. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know what that actor was doing.
Right.
And he's replaced by an actor that I like, who for the life of me, I've just forgot the guy's name. Did you watch Parks and Rec?
I'd never watched Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Never.
That's the only thing I can think of that you would have seen this guy in. God, I cannot remember what his name is now. Anyway, he replaced him, and it kills me. Like, it's not that I don't like that actor, but knowing that that's not the same guy from the other two.
Okay, but they're willing to acknowledge the joke that they're 15 years older, but they're not going to acknowledge the joke that it's a different guy.
I don't think they did.
Like it's not self-aware where they're like, hey, you look a little bit different.
Oh no, he does talk about getting a nose job.
Oh, okay. So they do acknowledge it a little bit.
Like I think it's like people haven't seen him since he got the nose job. I think that's what they say.
Okay.
But it's what their lives are, and you got the cool guy that's all he's ever been, and that's like the peak of his time was being the cool guy in camp, and then you've got the reporter and what she's doing now, and you've got the woman who runs the camp and how that's going, and all this stuff, and I don't know, like the story throughout this season I did not like as much. I liked a lot of the little things. I liked the humor, the overall story. Because like in the movie and in the TV show, there's this stuff with like toxic waste, and it's like a big government conspiracy thing that plays through all this stuff. And I think that's actually in the first TV show. And then in the movie, or in the and then in this one, it kind of like follows up on that.
Okay.
And the way they end it is like super ridiculous.
So did you enjoy this? The point of this?
I still enjoyed it. Like it was still really good. I don't think I enjoyed the overall story and like how the storyline ended as much as I did in the other ones. But the fact that they still brought all the same actors back playing, people from 1991. So all the music was like early 90s music, and the way they dressed was all like early 90s dress and stuff. Was I mean they nail that stuff spot on, just like they did with the 1981 one. So definitely give it a try. But if you're gonna give this stuff a try, you have to start with the movie and then watch the first day of camp and then watch 10 years later. Like you have to watch them in order. Otherwise, certain things aren't going to make sense, and it'll lose so much of its humor.
Well, I mean, that's the point of the long joke. Do you hear me?
No.
I hear me.
I mean, I always hear you.
Okay. That's weird. Oh, it went away. Okay, so, that's odd.
Dave, let's get ourselves out of here.
That's kind of why I wasn't talking, because I kept hearing me coming back. That's bizarre. Oh, we're getting out of here?
Yeah. I think it's time to get out of here.
No, John, we're supposed to stay and talk about life and the world around us, and how life is important, and how watching TV shows is important. I also bought like a bunch of other movies. Do you want to hear about that really quick?
Yeah, tell me.
I bought Power Rangers last night. I had a big iTunes credit. I went a little bit crazy.
Oh, okay. So you had this money just sitting in your iTunes.
Yeah. So I bought that. I bought Fantastic Beasts. We
have Fantastic Beasts. We have the DVD or Blu-ray. I guess the Blu-ray.
I can't decide how I feel about that movie, so I'm gonna rewatch it just to feel how I decide about it. Or how
I need to watch it. But I guess it has a real slow start.
It has the whole thing is kind of slow, honestly.
Oh, okay. So my kids might never be into it then.
No, I'm not gonna say they'll never be into it. Do they like Harry Potter?
Yes, my daughter loves Harry Potter.
They might love it later.
Okay, but I mean, like right now, they won't. Like it's not like they can watch it and at some point in the movie it picks up to where they'll be into it. Like they have to wait till they're older to get it.
I think they might need to be a little bit older to enjoy it.
Okay.
Depends on how much she loves Harry Potter. She might just love it because it's Harry Potter stuff.
She couldn't get into it when they started right now, so we'll see. I'll watch it sometime soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Anyway, I bought that. I bought Power Rangers. I bought the Lego Batman movie. I went a little bit crazy.
We have the Lego Batman movie.
I bought Logan. I'm gonna rewatch Logan.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Logan, but I don't need to see it again.
I want to see it again. Okay, John. That was all me stalling just so I could do this.
What?
I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, no. This was important stuff that needs to be said real quick.
Oh,
so
okay.
Friday, for your knowledge and for the listener, Friday will be a night show.
Oh, that's really important for me to know too. As well, also, guys, if you write us iTunes reviews, you can get an Xbox Live month. Although the one person who actually went and did that, I don't have a way of contacting you. So contact me. Go to the thing and click on my Twitter picture and forgetbeingcool.com and contact me. Tweet me at me.
Yeah. But Friday will be a night show. The Friday night shows are always fun because that's where you get like the largest crowd, which is amazing and sad because it means that them, like us, have nothing better to do with their Friday night.
Right.
Which I guess is fitting for the show being called Forget Being Cool. Secondly, the movie Super is the movie to be watching for this week. If you haven't seen it, watch it.
It's available on
Because I think you can watch
Netflix.
Yes, but also so you can be part of the listening part of the conversation.
Right.
Or you can be in the chat and be part of the talking part of the conversation. Hopefully on Friday we'll have a different way that you'll be seeing us. We'll be side by side on the
I
screen.
should have your thing ready and to go by the end of today.
Okay.
That's my plan.
We'll test a bunch of stuff out today to make sure it works. But
And we're around tomorrow to test stuff too.
Yep. So enjoy.
Guys, this is Forget Being Cool, episode 29 for August 9th, 2017. I'm Dave Moore. That's Jonny Casino. All our links are available at forgetbeingcool.com, powered by the Dacespace Podcast Network, where you can get amazing other shows. Go check those out. You know, that's all I'm going to say. We'll see you guys on Friday night for another episode of Forgetting How to Be Cool. That's not the name of the show. It's Forget Being Cool, guys. That's what it's called. Bye.